Hey guys, Cam McClellan.
Al Lewison.
Welcome to today's Wealth WOD.
Work out of the day.
I want to talk today about something that's a little bit close to heart. Prenuptial agreements.
We want prenup. We want prenup.
Bit of a dirty word sometimes. When I met Felicity, first of all, I think she was working part-time at Safeway and she probably had more money in her bank account than I did.
You're a gold digger.
I was a gold digger. That's right. So we never had a need for a prenup because neither of us had any assets or any income or potential for wealth whatsoever. Neither of us came from wealthy families. Yourself?
No prenup.
No prenup. There you go. Saying that, I've got quite a lot of my team members and my staff members here who do have prenups. So it's always a difficult conversation that they have with their partner, and it's both female and male. They've had to have that conversation with their potential partners because getting your first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 properties, whatever it might be, are definitely the hardest. After that, it's a lot easier. So for me, what does a prenup overcome, and why I don't promote them as an advocate for prenups, but I can totally understand when one of my team members will come to me and say, got to have this conversation, and I should say none of them have ever broken up over having the conversation. So what is it, and the only reason I ever talk about prenups is obviously for my kids, and the concept of my kids having obviously a reasonable amount of wealth and then having to go into that situation. So it removes all doubt. Al is a big reader of magazines like Who Magazine, Woman's Weekly, and that sort of thing. If you think about
Dolly, I love Dolly.
Dolly, yeah. No, so Al brought up before, and he goes, "What about all the celebrities over in the States who, you see the classic gold digger sort of, So obviously, prenups are pretty handy in that situation."
Yeah. So how does the conversation go when the staff have talked to their partners? I know one of them.
Yeah, I can tell you another one too. But not usually. It's not usually the happiest of conversations. But once they understand the concept, I think one staff member reversed it and said, "Hey, if this was the other way around, and you could potentially lose $1 million, and I love you, and would you risk it? I've worked for 10 years before I met you. I've known you for 2 years. I just want a bit of security." So it doesn't change anything going forward. Any wealth that's built going forward is even a split, but it just protects previous assets.
So the conversation's going to go something like, "Hey, honey, I want a prenup." Honey goes, "You don't love me and trust me." Basically, how we'll start off. But what we've said to the staff is you're better off to have that discussion then and there than in 5 years and say, "Hey, do you want to take $1 million and I'm with you," and off you go.
Enjoy that.
You're better off to try and explain at the start than at the end, guys.
Yeah. Then you're going to have no doubt with when Al's reading his magazines from the States, he'll have no doubt when Beth leaves him, takes half his money because he's got no prenup, and then he gets wife number 2 or number 3, that wife number 2 or 3, 4 don't love him because he'll have a prenup in place. So it all comes down to securing love. Thanks guys.
Prenups.